who is a disciple? That would be the question that we'll have today. Then as we look at these important components, we need also to ask ourselves, is growth important? Is being a disciple important? Let us define discipleship in the context of Christianity. In Christianity, disciple primarily refers to a dedicated follower of Jesus. In the Christian circles, when we're talking about a disciple, we're talking about a dedicated follower of Jesus Christ. Now, we mentioned, or I should mention, that there is no discipleship without a disciple. There is no discipleship without a disciple. There should be this person who is dedicated to follow, who is dedicated to lay his life, who is dedicated to submit to the teachings of the Master. If that person is not dedicated to the teaching, to follow, then there is no discipleship. We can take, for example, a scenario in a classroom. Students may sit and learn from the teacher, but few will get the concept. Few will understand because they followed, because they submitted. They had humility of heart because they knew that they are students who need to follow. Praise the name of the Lord. And when we go further to look at this word, a disciple, we need to understand that in ancient biblical world, a disciple is a person who actively imitated both the life and the teaching of the Master. Is a person who actively imitated both the life and the teaching of the Master. Meaning that at the end of the day, a disciple became fully formed, living a copy of the Master. Now, this is very interesting. That's why we find the life of the Apostle Peter, that in as much as he had a wife, in as much as he had a family, he submitted and he became a copycat of the Master Jesus. The other important component that we find is that when you look at people like John, people like Andrew, even Simon, James, we discover that when you look at James and John, they are with their father Zebedee. And the Bible is saying that when Jesus called them, they left their nets and they followed Jesus. Simon and Andrew, they were throwing the nets, and when they were called to follow Jesus, they left their nets and they followed Jesus. Because this is actively dedicating your life to Jesus, but also actively imitating both